Our today's topic is from IT code 402 for class 10th. Unit 2 Electronic Spreadsheet Advanced, Session 2 Linking Data and Spreadsheets. In previous videos, we have seen how to set up the multiple sheets. We have also seen the hyperlinks, absolute hyperlink as well as relative hyperlink. In this video, we are going to see creating the reference to other worksheets within our workbook and across the workbooks. So right now we are seeing an example of creating the reference to the worksheet within a workbook using a keyboard or using a mouse. So whenever this question is asked that how can we create the reference? So we can create the reference by using a keyboard and by using a mouse. So we can see here that in this Excel sheet, we have a tiger census state-wise. So in these states in 2010, these much tigers were there. In 2014, 340, in 2018, 442. So this census has been recorded by the forest people. And now in the other sheet, as we can see at the bottom, one sheet I have named as tiger census and the other sheet I have named as number of tigers. That means that I have to calculate the total, that how many in Uttarakhand as a total number of tigers. So I am not taking I don't want the sum over here. However, I want the sum on the other sheet of the same workbook. So we have these states over here and we have the number of tigers. So how we are going to do this? What we will do here, we will write equal to, I will use sum function. I will start a bracket. And now what I will do is I will go to tiger census and with the help of my mouse and keyboard, I have selected this particular range. I will go back to my number of tigers sheet. We can see here, let us see the formula very carefully. It is sum. Then tiger census, that is the name of the sheet, is within the single quotes dot B4. So there is a dot separator and then there is a range. See, this is the difference between Microsoft Excel and Open Office Calc. Here the difference is that in Microsoft we use an exclamation sign as a separator, whereas in Open Office we use a dot as the separator. So we have used the sheet name in single quotes, then there is a dot and then there is the range defined. And as soon as I will click on enter, so I have received 1009. So this is how I will receive, and I can drag my range to get the answer of all the states and I will get the number of tigers. So this is how what we have done in this example. We have created the reference by using the keyboard over here and by using the mouse that I have selected. Now, if I want to use only keyboard, not the mouse, that means that I do not want to select the range. I want to write the formula. In that case, I will be writing the formula as a whole. So I will just show you right now. So this is actually the creating the reference using a mouse because I have selected the range by using the mouse. So now if I want to create, let me just delete this. Now I want to create a reference by using a keyboard. I will use equal to sum, start a bracket. In single quotes, I will write the name of my file, tiger census, dot, and then I will be writing the range. So here I will write the range. I will not select the range. So my range there was, let me just see that range once. So that range is from B4 to D4. So here I will write B4, then there is a colon, and then D4. I will close the bracket. Let us see. I hope that it will give us the answer. This has given us the answer. So now The difference was here I have written the formula as a whole by using the keyboard, and earlier I have dragged the range. I have selected the range by using the mouse. So this is how we will create a reference by using a keyboard or a mouse within a workbook across the worksheets. Now my next example will be that how we are going to create a reference by using a keyboard or a mouse across the workbooks. That means that I have my data in one workbook. I want the same data by using the formula in the other workbook, that is across the workbook. Let us see that. Okay, I have closed it. This is my workbook number 1. And this is my workbook number 2. Now let us see. In this workbook number 1, you can see here, this is a totally different workbook, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. And this is a totally different workbook, workbook 2, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. I will be creating a reference across the workbook now. How we are going to do that? First of all, I will do that by using a mouse. So you can see here that this is a Yes Bank and FD amount is 60,000. Account balance is 50,000. I will go to the other workbook and here I will link the data. How I'm going to do that? I will take the reference from there. I will write equal to and take this, and then I will press So you can see here that 60,000 has come. Now you can see here in the formula bar, just pay attention. This is actually the path when we create something in across the workbooks. So this is the formula. What is the formula? We started with a single quote and then we write file, F-I-L-E. There is a colon. There are 3 forward slash. Then there is a path of your workbook wherever you have saved that workbook. You close that single quote, then there is a hash, there is a dollar sign, sheet 1. So we have actually linked sheet 1 of workbook 1 dot B2 and we have linked B2 of sheet 1. So let us see workbook 1, sheet 1, B2. Let me just see. So just see here, workbook 1, sheet 1 and B2. Here's the cell reference. So we have actually created a reference across the workbook. Let me just repeat it once again. I will click here, equal to. I will go to other workbook, select this, come back to my workbook, and I will click enter. So if I click here, you can see here, now this is workbook 1, sheet 1 dot B3. So I have created a reference by using a mouse across the workbooks. Now suppose that I want to create a reference by using a keyboard. So how I am going to use that? I have told you, I will start with a single quote. I will write file. Let me just switch off the caps lock. File, 3 forward slash, then there is a path. So I have it in C drive. Let me just see the path once. Okay. Users. Okay, so it is file colon 3 forward slash C drive users Deepak desktop workbook 1 dot ODS, and then I will close the single quote. I will put a hash, then a dollar sign, then the sheet name. My sheet name there was sheet 1. So I will write here sheet 1 dot. If I write here B2, it will be referred to B2. If I write B3, it will refer to B3. Let me write it as B2. Let us see if we are right. So we can see here that 60,000. So here we have written the formula. So it is through the keyboard. When we actually select across the workbook, it is through the mouse. So this is how we create the reference to the other workbooks. I hope that both the topics are clear to all of you.